Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock an FBC Mortgage Stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hokies will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice, just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So UCF's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often.
Wasting no time taking a shot. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. A 3rd and long coming up here. Coming after it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Okay, ready?
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They're trying to get to it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense has its first opportunity of the day. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays. So him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. How about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hokies will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got it
Going up top. It's complete. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Quarterback on the keeper. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes his man miss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Ineligible receiver, downfield, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. First down here for the offense. Gets it out fast. Breaks the tackle. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Got it.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
55, weak, can, reload.
The RPO, it's complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete to the right. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time? SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, Dave. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled.
And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. You can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
He's going to the right, looking for a pass to the end zone. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys who put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
The Knights get enough to move the chains. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
42 spot.
Looking to throw it again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to run it in. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Sure, they could take the lead with a short field goal here, but this close to the end zone, you want to try to score a touchdown. That's what they'll do on fourth. Trying to march in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal. You trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit. And they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up 14 over the Coyotes. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And it's picked up. Taking it the other way. Inside the 10. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. The Knights will try to punch it in on first and goal. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Knights want to crank the tempo. On second down, he'll fire. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Knights!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on third
physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road,
Fires the pass, intercepted. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set. First down for this offense. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Ashley.
and quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Richardson. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, you can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw on second down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be dragged down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty damn quick.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to send it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. The defensive player makes the nice play.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he breaks the turnover.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Dances away from the heat. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your play.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm low-key.
Always a welcome play from the defense. They get a sack at the 47. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Roll it.
Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
A nice job by this offense, put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David,
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Knights.
This offense is so good. And they can hurt you in so many different ways. And they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year. And that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
On the double.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there in Orlando. And we have to start our report with acknowledging the play of that quarterback. There's a reason why he's part of the Heisman conversation and why scouts at the next level are so excited about this young man. He's the leader of that offense. He has presence there in that pocket. He has a cannon for an arm. What else do you want? And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports studios at the Bounce House.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4 counts. Obviously, I've built the deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback there.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Hokies are flying down the field. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now. All this stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this run.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now it sets up the third and manageable situation.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. The Hokies line up to punt it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No.
Fires into a whirl of traffic, and it's picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Runs through a tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his head. Come on, man, take care of your running back.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking to pass. They've got the screen set up. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Let's go! Reload! Ready!
Makes the grab. It's Wiggins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ready,
The Hokies look to do some damage in the red zone.
Pound 55, weak.
On second down, looking again to throw. Got him downfield. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Hokies trying to cash it in on first and goal. He wants to throw it again. Got rid of it just in time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work.
Okay, ready?
Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it on the counter. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. The Knights get enough for the 1st down as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're bringing heat. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
Ready?
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
42, spike.
They go to the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Sticks it in his belly. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? The Knights want to move quickly. The give to the fullback. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1? Yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
So how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the 1st down. Nice play.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Good set up on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! And they
fourth quarter. You can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Wants to throw on first down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He's looking for an open man on second down. Working that left side now. On the move in the third. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. You still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. I don't think the pressure is going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, got to have it right now. How? The foot down on that throw for the big completion. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
Rolling. Alert.
Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
Ready.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Knights. What a great play by the defense. Getting it off with the interception return. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Bills start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up here.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. One more play to pad the stats.
Easy.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.